Hi, this video will be a quick overview of the GTranslate plugin. GTranslate is a WordPress multilingual plugin that will provide machine translation for your website. Once you install, activate, and configure GTranslate, it will automatically translate your website. The translation that you get is Google's translation. It's true that it's not that accurate yet, it's 100% free, plus the pro version of GTranslate allows you to edit and save the automatic translations provided by Google, which is a huge plus in my opinion. So let's dive in and see how GTranslate works. This is a sample page that I've created using the Elementor page builder. Now we will install, activate, and configure GTranslate and see how it will automatically translate the sample page that I created here. It's worth mentioning that it will not only translate this page, but my whole website. Now let's go to the admin dashboard. Navigate to Plugins, Add New, and search for the GTranslate plugin. Here we have it. Let's install it and activate it. Now that we have GTranslate active, setting up GTranslate is really simple. It takes less than a minute to configure everything. Now we navigate to Settings, and then GTranslate, and this is the page where you set everything up. The settings are self-explanatory. Well, on the widget options section, this is where you choose almost all the settings that you need, starting with the language switcher, how it looks. So you've got different styles here, flags and drop down, you've got only flags. I'm gonna go with the default style, which is nice drop down with flags. I'm translating my website from English, so I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna use the analytics, and as I'm using the free version of GTranslate, I will not be able to set the URL structure to be subdirectory or subdomain. So I'm not gonna choose any of these. I'm not gonna show my language switcher in the menu. Instead, I'm gonna have a floating language selector on the top right hand side of the screen. And I want to show the native language names. This is where you choose the languages that you want to translate your website into. I'm going to translate my website to French and Spanish, so I'm going to uncheck the rest of the languages. And I'm going to keep the English language so that it would show up in the language switcher. In this section, you can choose to have alternative flags for specific languages. For example, you can set the USA flag to represent English instead of the United Kingdom flag. In this section, this is the widget code where you can apply modifications to how the language switcher look. Plus, it provides you with some information about adding the language switcher to any page or any post by using the GTranslate shortcode. Now we're done, we can simply click on Save Changes and navigate to our page and see how GTranslate will work. Now, let me refresh my page. And as you can see, I have the language switcher on the top right corner of the page here. Let's switch to our French page. As you can see, all the textual elements on the page are translated to French. And if I switch to my Spanish page, all the textual elements on the page are translated to Spanish. Now, let's see the pro features of GTranslate. As we said earlier, we can edit the translations in the pro version. This can be done by typing the following. Let us navigate to another installation that I have here with a pro version of GTranslate. To edit the translation, this is the exact same setup. The setup is not really different. The free version from the pro version. Let me take you to the backend one more time here of the setup of the pro version. And what I've chose is that I've chose a subdomain URL structure. I couldn't do that with the free version as it wouldn't allow me. Also, one of the premium features of GTranslate is that it enables, it allows you to translate the URL, which is really important for search engine optimization and indexing your website. But rather than that, everything is pretty much similar to the configuration that we applied for the free version of GTranslate. So let's hop back to the front end here, and I have the exact same page. I'm gonna show you how you can edit and save the translations. First, let's navigate to one of the translated pages, for example, the French page. Okay, amazing. If you noticed, the URL structure is set to be a subdomain. So it means that now I have FR, which is the language code, dot the domain name of my website. This also applies to the Spanish version of the page, which is pretty much amazing. So let me show you how you can edit the translations. So to edit the translation, at the end of the URL, you need to type question mark and then language underscore edit equals 1. As you can see, there is a pencil icon next to the texts on my screen. If I scroll down, there are like pen icon or pencil icons next to any textual element. To edit the translation, you simply need to click on the pen icon. This is gonna bring up a box with the original language of the page and the translation. You can edit that translation by like deleting the whole thing or adding new words or like updating it the way that you like. What I'm gonna do, like for example, it's only an example, is that I'm gonna change this word. Well, my Spanish is not that good. I'm gonna delete the last 3 letters and save it. And as you can see, my translation here is edited and saved. Well, additionally, the Pro version allows you to translate the URL and index the translated version of your website. That's all, folks. I hope that you found this video useful. Thanks for watching.